A little bit. You know, the weirdos never find other weirdos weird.
I'm always weird.
And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. More people should hang out around other weirdos.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
People, how much of a legend? Everyone's calling you a legend, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. What's up, Jamie? Got to see so many people that I know. Hey, I want to do a quick shout out to my little buddy Scott Kelly Duffy, who's watching. He is a diehard member of the Way of the Cobra Dojo. So, want to say hi to him and everybody else who has bought my book and become a part of the Way of the Cobra Dojo.
Hello, Drew.
How are you, buddy?
Brilliant. It's just a very nice sunny day over here, which is pretty good.
I was wondering why it was blinding outside. I wondering why it was weird out there. Bloody hell. Do you know what it's like out there? What it was like in my room right now? All I can see is a bloody curtain, but the sun is that strong. It's coming in. I'm dying like a vampire here. It's a problem. Should I do my usual?
Yeah, you do your usual, and then we'll introduce this guest.
Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the DMTV with a Brew with a Drew with me and Philip Redridge. We are live today with Redridge Paranormal, DMTV, Purpose, TSP, Paranormal, Spirits with them. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Temple Phoenix Paranormal. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
The Sims Network, and also, wait there. PVD Paranormal?
PD Paranormal, yeah.
Oh, I knew it.
And Parapost.
And Parapost. Yeah, I said Parapost. What are you on about?
I don't know. I'm here for sleep myself.
Where's your coffee? This is a Brew to Dream.
I've got it. I've got mine.
Got it? I got nothing at the moment. I just woke up. I just literally woke up, bro. My coffee is on the way. I think it's on the way. I don't know. I don't know how much I paid that woman to make me a coffee. She doesn't make it in time for me. The problem.
He'll come.
I know. Mama D, I went to bed this morning. I was in the show at 5 o'clock, so you couldn't come on. I do apologize, but I was in bed, and I was KO'd. And Phil rings me and tells me, Drew, you got live. Someone's in the background waiting for me. I was like, okay. And she's my favorite woman. This is my favorite woman. This is one of my favorite women. She's my secret Myra. Shh, don't tell everyone now. Okay? Don't tell everyone. I'm telling you. Don't tell them. But hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? Nigel Potter is here with us today. Mr. Santa Claus. Will, he's awesome. Daryl, good morning. Good morning, Kirsty Cole. How you doing? And anyone else in here? Where's all our buggers?
They'll come. So let's introduce guest then, do.
Now this woman, she's amazing. I've heard things about her. Now, if you want to be spooked out to your bedroom, I think you need a new pair of pants. Okay, but if you want to be spooked about it, she's pretty cool. She's pretty wicked. It shows her quite amazing. Seriously, quite amazing. You're in it. A few other people in there, and she helps us out as well. She let us go live on her page. Is Leslie from TSP Paranormal? Let's bring her up, bro. Let's go.
Hi, Leslie.
Hi.
I love you. I
Good
love
morning.
you.
I love you too. Hi,
Good morning.
everyone.
Oh, hello, Mum. How you doing? I'll behave myself now. I better put the whips on.
That's it. Eyes on you now, Drew. Eyes on you.
No, eyes on Leslie now. Let's hear about Leslie.
Yeah. Just before we do, just to let people know, I'm actually also a member of TSP team as well. And yeah, Leslie, it's good to see you back on.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to Brew with Drew this morning. Been a while.
Most
Hello,
importantly,
everyone
have you
in
got a brew?
I have got a brew.
Hey, get
I
in.
have got a coffee at the moment. What you
Drew
two
is going to
drinking?
get his poison hopefully soon.
Can I have my poison now? Yeah, she's making it now.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Isn't it? It's not good. You pay him extra minutes. No good.
Poor Tila. Oh, bless her.
She's awesome. She's all right.
So, Leslie, just to kick it off, well, first of all, Will Tung says hi,
Hi,
Leslie. Hi,
Will.
Bill. Hi, Drew. So,
Hi,
Will.
Nigel. Hi, Kirsten. Just look at comments. Hello.
So, yeah, upcoming investigations, Leslie.
Yeah, we've got one this Friday, Phil. Well, it's quite a large location, this one, isn't it, Phil? We were discussing it earlier. What did you... We paid a visit, didn't we, last Sunday? What did you reckon to the location, Phil?
Right, so we're at the top forge. Yeah, the location itself, amazing. And you, right, so you live in area, Leslie.
Yes.
Probably like a 5-minute drive.
Yes, I've been in this area for 8 years.
I've You've never been.
No. How shameful is that?
Yeah, I find it amazing because it's in the middle of nowhere. You go past it, it's like a little drive. You don't expect to see a forge or its surroundings near it.
Are we talking about a forge here then, like a military?
Forge. So yeah, it's like a steel forge. So do you know where the forge like iron for metal industry? So like machinery and stuff like that. They used to forge parts for turbines and everything.
Such an interesting thing. Good. And it dates back to 1640s as well, so it's old.
1640s.
Mm-hmm.
That's old. I feel old.
Very old.
No, I feel young, but that's old. What am I saying? It's old.
Looking forward to that.
Also, if you do go today at Wortley Top Forge, brilliant for family and kids. There's nature trails around there. Most importantly, it's good. And I haven't even been on it. I don't know how we didn't not go on it. But there's the little railway. You can go on a little railway trail.
Like a little steam engine.
Yeah, a little steam engine.
In fact, there were more adults going on it, Phil. I don't know if you noticed, than kids when we.
Yeah, Drew, you'd love it. It's like a miniature railway. It's brilliant.
I want to go. I want to go.
Drew, as soon as you come up near into Sheffield, mate, I'll personally take you to that place because I think you'll love it. Taylor,
I can use my gift and see what's there, though.
Well, actually, I'll bring up the actual website for people to see. 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's an amazing.
Leslie, you should put me on the job as a medium. Can we pick some forces up on it?
So yeah, that's the website, guys. The Wortley Top Forge. It's in Sheffield, not that far from Stockbridge Bypass, actually. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's got a lot to do with railway industry at the time and steelways.
Wow.
And
That
if you
looks
go on the website, you can actually see that they actually have events going off and such.
Leslie, why didn't you ask me to go on a date with you like this and go out with you on this? Why?
Well, you'll have to get yourself down this area, and we'll meet up with you, won't we, Phil? And we'll have a good
definitely.
day because it's fantastic there.
Yeah, I mean the little cottage where we will be actually doing a main investigation.
Yeah.
Tell me when I get to come with you guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. As soon as you come, Drew, we'll take you down. Actually, to be quite honest with you, the Workley Top Forge is very welcome to people to to do voluntary work as well. You'll get hands-on experience on how these old school engineers used to prepare these engines, and it's out of this world. The things you get to learn. How long did we spend there? We're only popping up to have a little quick look, but we ended up spending there.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to go and hunt there? What got you the thrill to go and actually do it in the end? What made you want to go and hunt that beautiful place? Yeah.
I don't, well, I know a couple of people have been. Simon, a friend of Phil, Simon Wilson, he's been. I know he's investigated there, but that were a few years ago. And I was just thinking, where can we go for some brand new locations for the team to go? And this popped up into my head, and I thought, I'll email them. And they do actually do where they hire it out for paranormal teams. So I thought, right, it's quite expensive, but I thought, right, I want to book it. And there we go. I booked it. And then I looked up some history on the place. A few sightings have been done. There's been a white lady spotted, dark figure shadows in the main forge. The white lady, I believe, is in one of the cottages upstairs. Am I correct, Phil?
Yes.
And apparently, when you go in one of because there's two cottages, apparently in one of the cottages, you can smell like a lemony smell and carbolic acid. I think it's carbolic acid what they used to clean with donkeys years ago. And apparently, this lady who lived in the cottages, I believe she lived in the cottages in the 1800s. Can't remember the specific year, but she was called Lizzie, and she's that meticulous in cleaning this. She was this cottage that when people actually go into the cottage, she doesn't really want you there. It's like, get out of my home sort of thing. And I think, if I remember rightly, it's been reported that on EVPs they've had voices saying, get out of my house. So that'd be interesting to see what we capture in there.
Yeah, and if it's true, I mean, we did actually have a whiff. Strange, isn't it? Because
yeah, we did.
Normally, especially in that room alone, you smelt more smoky because people used to still today use the old coal fire to warm house up.
It's a pub. It's a pub in Wales like that. They still use like the old coal fire, but
and it's
stuff
amazing.
they clean with the pipe was like actually melon. They actually use an actual or what's called now that melon stuff, and they actually scrub it with it, so they can actually keep it not rusted. Because lemon's basically known to stop any rust. It actually stop rust. I love that.
And smell. It's also an antibacterial as well. Lemon.
Yeah.
The power of lemon's brilliant.
Yeah. But we did get a whiff of it, didn't we, though?
Yeah. Normally, it's more of a smoky smell in that room, but for about 2 minutes, strange. Carbolic, acidy smoke, carbolic smell came through.
Yeah.
And it was weird because there were like 3 of us in the room when it happened. So could it be that she were telling us she were in there going, Whitrow limping, get out?
Yeah.
I can imagine.
And in that little kitchen area, Phil were happy because we got offered we could go and use the kettle and make a brew. So Phil were happy there where we went and had a brew. But in that little kitchen area, there was like old pots and pans, and I picked this pan up, and it weighed a ton, honestly. And I was like, "Oh my goodness!" how did they used to cook? You know, the women must have been hench because it weighed a ton, this pan. So yeah, they got like little old iron, you know, the old irons. They weighed a ton as well.
Yeah, well, I normally use for paperweights or door stoppers, you know. But yeah, it's very quaint. It's got all it, you know, how it's supposed to be back in time. Actually, Drew, saying that it's 17th century, there's records that predates that there were actually ironworks in 14th century in that location.
In 14th century. Now that's a bit of a game if it's in 14th century.
Yeah, so you can just imagine all that history from back then.
The history dies in the ground. The history dies in the ground, and what many people seems to do, they go like, this person's buried there. But actually, they bury actual in that ground. When you stand on that ground, I can imagine what's there. You're looking at knights, probably witches, hags. You're probably looking at.
It's a vast area as well, and weirdly enough, not that far from Stocksbridge bypass.
Yeah. There is a specific area. One of the volunteers, John, they were so helpful, weren't they, Phil, the volunteers? They just
Thank you.
They know so much about the place, and this chap called John, we were having a chat with him, and it showed us like an outdoor area where I don't know how long ago it was seen, but apparently a Victorian sort of horse and carriage came up. It was when it was snowing, and one of the volunteers is saying, "Can you see them up there? Who were they?" And he says, "Yeah, I see them, but we're not expecting anybody. I think we better go up and have a look." So anyway, the two volunteers both went up to have a look. When they got to where they wanted to be, it had totally disappeared, and there were no tracks, no hoofs in the snow, no wheel tracks from the carriage in the snow. It had just gone. So that might be interesting to do something up at that bit of area, Phil.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. And yeah, cool mug, Drew. Yeah, definitely. Like I say, horse and cart disappearing in front of people's eyes, and more than one person seeing it as well. So brilliant. Let's just have a in background.
I'm just trying to think with the horse and cart. A lot. So you actually seen a lot of witness. The witness actually seen it in full eyes.
Yes, especially near that area. Stocksbridge bypassing itself as.
So why we sit here? Can we just go? Can we just go and do it? Can we actually go?
Right. Well, whenever, like you said, whenever you come to area of Sheffield, Joe, we'll take you there. Stocksbridge bypass is definitely on that.
I'll be up on the 4th of June. I got to go and see Marie on the 4th of June. So on the way up, I'll pass through. So
we need to take him to that area, Phil, down. Not where everybody goes, where they think it's most active. There's another area, isn't there, what we found down? It was at the bottom of the road.
There's a pylon, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's a pylon, and then there's a bit of land a little bit further back.
Yeah.
Seems to be more active than anywhere else near actual bypass itself.
Because we ran a spirit box session, didn't we? For I think it was for a good hour or so down in that area, and we got a clear young girl's voice through saying, "I'm dead," which I think were brilliant.
It was brilliant to hear, but obviously sad to know that obviously there's a soul there.
But I mean, coming through the spirit box, it was so clear.
It was clear,
and all three of us, because we were me, and your John, weren't they? We were all like, "Did you hear that?"
It was very creepy because we didn't expect anything, to be honest with you, when we were down that little area.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I can imagine what reactions you got. I can imagine, 100% imagine. I'm still trying to wake up, Leslie. I'm still trying to. I got questions.
Before we carry on, there's just people in back. Michelle D, how are you all? Andy Roberts,
Hi, Andy.
Emma Webb. Hi, Drew. Sorry, I'm doing housework at the moment. I will watch back when done. Just wanted to say hi. Michelle D. Love lemon. I am sorry, Drew. Nicholas found this quite funny. Michelle D. just pointed it out. I put, please share out fat and wide.
Okay.
Michelle D says, should great place to ghost hunt. Yes. Right, so we catched up with comments, guys. So definitely, Drew, we've got that sorted. Definitely, Stocksbury Bypass, Wortley Top Forge. But like you say, Leslie, there's areas, isn't there, near Stocksbridge Bypass where people don't seem to venture down. Like them gates.
Yeah.
We saw that apparition on a picture, didn't we, of an old man and what looks like on the gate.
That was very good. Who caught that? Were it Adam or Wayne?
Actually, it were Spirits Within live, and someone screen captured it while it was live.
Right. Yeah, another one, a very clear capture. So, yeah. I once, in the daytime, when TSP first started out in daytime, me and the next team member, we had a walk down there, and this a wooded area and like a little path. We did a spirit box session then, and the name kept coming through, Stephen. I don't know who Stephen would be, but all the time we were doing this session, you felt like you were being watched, and it was really creepy. And that were in day, so it may be worth going back and doing that. I never went back because I think it creeped me out a bit, but I think we ought to go back and perhaps do there. But again, another area where people don't really think it's active.
Yeah.
And it was day, so yeah. And you felt like it was weird because it was like as if something was in the trees, but not birds. It just felt like somebody was watching. It was a strange experience, that.
Yeah. I don't know where Drew's gone. I know sometimes his signal drops and such, so I'm pretty sure he'll be back. But yeah, but there's also other investigations, aren't there? We've got in pipeline. Obviously, we can't say one of the names just in case until near to time. I believe that's going to be a pub, isn't it?
The pub, yeah, with a load of history.
Definitely.
I remember when me and Andy went a couple of years ago, just as a pre-invest visit in the daytime, and we went upstairs because they've got it's like a hotel as well, so they've got a few rooms up. It used to be a home, like a dwelling for a big family, but now it's obviously a pub and a hotel, so they've got rooms upstairs what they let out. And we went upstairs to have a look in rooms, and as Andy was going, as we were coming back downstairs, Andy just froze and he went, "Oh my goodness me!" I says, "What's up?" He says, "I just feel like a woman's just walked through me." I says, "Really?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "A woman," he says, "like a nun, a holy woman," which is interesting. I don't know if there's any history of anybody holy being there from the church. I've not got anything through my research saying that there is, but it would be interesting to run some maybe EVPs and spirit box upstairs, even the Ouija board, see if anything comes through regarding that. But that was it was quite interesting that way. And also when we went back to do a short investigation, and it was short because the landlord, he ended up saying he was tired, so we had to leave early, which was a bit bizarre. But anyway, there was like funny noises coming through the speakers. They got like a sound, and it was very weird. So it'd be interesting to see if that happened again as well.
Wow, definitely. Drew's back. You all right, Drew?
Signal went. It dropped. It was like boom. It literally just. I was like, right, okay. I'm gonna have to sort that out, and I got Taylor ringing them up now to see what's going on. But I apologize about that, Leslie. It happens in the show business, as they say. The show must carry on, and Phil had it all on that one. Amazingly. I love Phil. So
thank you, Joe. Bye, Michelle. I know you got to go. Sadly, if you want to rewatch, remember all these pages.
Behave yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, so I'm actually can't wait now for this investigation at Top Forge because there's actually, Drew, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some pictures before we go live. I'm going to try and get your opinion, and when we're on live, we'll see what we can get from it.
Yeah, like an RV.
Yeah.
Oh, well, now with that sort of thing, I always do it to Phil. Always do it to Phil. He says, Drew, I'm going to do something with you. He doesn't even tell me what to do. I literally just start saying things, and it'll just come out.
2 seconds. 2 seconds. I've just heard a clash. My kitchen. I think it's the cat. Just bear with me, guys.
She's making a run for it. She's making a run.
Yeah. Like I say, I always do give little missions and quests, don't I, Drew? And if at times you don't get a feedback until I know, because sometimes it's due to cases, private cases, and sometimes they don't really get to let you know until case is done. But I've got to admit, a lot of what you've said to me, I've got to give some credit. It is very, very good.
I haven't only done you as well. There's other people I've done as well, and they're like, "Whoa!" I've done a reading for these guys, Leslie. This will give you a smile, Leslie. This will give you a smile. I done a reading for the one and only, the G Team Paddy, last night. And if you don't know who Paddy is, then go and check it out, okay? But you'll see who it is. And it was bam. It was on the nail. And she was amazing last night. But again, for yourself, every time I get a job in with film, I'll start. You go like, Drew, I got a job for you. Right, okay. He said, I need you on this day. Instead of that day, I'll just say it straight away. And then he's like, okay, gotta keep going. He's gotta try and miss it because he doesn't want anything told. But it'll just come. It'll come and it'll go and it'll go. And what it does, it just says stuff before it even goes. I've never been to. Obviously, you're all the way up Red Ridge, and I'm down in Bristol. Never been to Red Ridge before. Never been there at all. Never been anywhere near you, Leslie. I'll start picking up things just by looking at you. And, well, not even looking at you, just listening to spirits. That's what I do. But I like it when it comes to the picture stuff. I really do. Because just by watching and looking at it, you see nice sights. You see nice sights.
It's because obviously I can imagine that you're part of that. You're part of that time, aren't you? You're like there.
I'm not in this time. So, to you guys out there, you're in this time of the world right now. Me, I'm in the old time world, which is what a house would be before it comes metal. It would be bricks and stones only, or dirt and mud, and start building up on it. So that's what they would have used. And the stink of them days.
Can I ask you a question, Drew? What?
Yes.
You've just said that about it goes back to then, whichever period it was. What is the furthest back you've ever been? You know, how far back?
The farthest back I've ever been in spirituality is where I have to be taken back to, let's say, the year. I started seeing the year going back for castles to start getting built. So we're talking quite of a distance. Because it was processing in between of actual world being overrun and man running land. And before the castles were being owned by different men, it was actually all men were running our land. It was still a mess. And I went back and literally to, I wouldn't say dinosaur age because that'd be too much for me. It was just coming in between, like, literally, I'd say coming in to close properly and decently and using animals to start sowing. And then they start working out, oh, this needs to be put here, that need to be put there. So it was just in between the castles before they were built. So
Kind of like medieval time, then, isn't it?
yeah, that's it. More like that. It goes. I don't know the sacrilege of it. I just go with it. That's my problem. I go with the flow of the energy, and that's when a lot of people says, "Oh, this." Actually, if we go right back, how they actually build it. Now, cement wasn't created back in them days. It was just like literally solid mud, bam. Some of them have done it. But then they started working out how they were using it. And I can't remember how they were using it. All I can remember is they would just stand getting all this like weird gooey stuff and they put water in it. And then it went solid and dry. Just like hard mud does. But when it rains, the mud will start loosening up again. So they start using more of the bricks and putting them together, making them solid. I can't remember the stuff and name they use. I remember seeing it.
Cement in itself was created in 1824.
I love cement.
But obviously there would have been probably earlier type, similar type of mixtures, but the cement that we use today were back in 1824. But yeah,
it does go weird. It does go weird because if you think about it, in a proper decent way of it, caveman was actually only starting getting used to the planet and started getting used to what they were doing. And then you think about it, they've been through all that, and then they actually studied then how to keep warm by eating the food, by eating animals, and then by eating the grass, the trees. And then they started processing. They found this big sudden thing. It goes, oh, solid. Well, they put water. You think about it this way. They would use sin like poo to actually help them out a little bit as well. Animal poo. Think about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I say, apes, for instance, their food is very nutritious because the only thing they eat is is grass and stuff like that and vegetation. So yeah, you can just imagine where cavemen were about. There'd have been animals that would have been herbivores. So yeah.
But here's something funny for you though. I think me and you were caveman because we're so grilly.
I feel like I'm from Neanderthal age, definitely.
I feel like I'm from the movie called the Apes.
Yeah, the apes. Yeah. But do you know, actually, come to think of it, it reminds me of a movie of Descent. Do you know the popular, like an indigenous population inside caves that don't come to surface?
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, they're underground, aren't they?
Yeah,
Underground.
they've not like approached surface, they've just kept underground. It makes me wonder, is there still indigenous creatures, what are mainly like humans, still living underground? Wouldn't surprise me.
Makes me think now. It makes me actually think. But then we have kind of got I don't know if you have been to it, Leslie, as well. But they have got like cities underground in the UK. Like for instance, London has actually got a little city underneath it, and Pembrokeshire, it's actually got a little town underneath its own town. So they call it the caves, but really the government and the mayor won't let anyone down, or the mayor, I should say, due to the fact of health and risky. But then if it was a nuclear bomb or something going off, or like a last minute moment of survival, they'll open it up. And
Well, these people who live underground then, are they not allowed up then either? Have they just keep
no, they were allowed up. It was just built
Yeah.
back. It's just built back in the days. They were literally got cities, more cities around the world have actually got some underground in of an actual city. And it's interesting because the government builds on top of it. And sometimes they don't let people. It's like that. I think it's in Manchester, isn't it, Philip? The building with the underground old Victorian houses, where apparently Jack the Ripper was going to at the time as well. So,
I mean, you'll find it fascinating. There's also the Williamson tunnels in Liverpool. I think I mentioned it on another live.
Well,
Yeah,
I
Williamson
mentioned that last
tunnels.
week, yeah.
There were people that gave birth down a tunnel and no existence of records of them because they never went to an hospital and they just lived down there. And then when they got to age, they actually put them to work. So it kind of made his own civilization and his empire business underground to Liverpool.
that's pretty cool, actually. I'm not going to lie. You know, if you want to be off the grid and say, heck it, let's go underground. Yeah, the way. If someone says to me, guys, not to make it sound bad, guys, or anything, don't take it to harsh. But I'll probably say, at least I'm 6 foot underground. That's what they tell people a lot. Do you want to be 6 foot underground? I am 6 foot underground. That's your problem. So I'd be looking forward to it. And Leslie, would you ever think of going investigating underground stuff? Would you actually go under?
Yeah.
I suppose it'll be a problem if you were claustrophobic.
Yeah. I think it. I'm saying yeah. I think it depends on how big it'd be. If it were really like, I don't know.
I'm going to give you an example, Drew, and I think Leslie will agree. If it were Sheffield Megatron, you know the tunnel system where storm drains go.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it'll be a no because it's unpredictable weather, and if you got a big downpour and a load of water goes through that place, I'd hate to think a drowning in that. I'd hate it.
It'd just be like a swimming day. It would literally be like a swimming day.
Oh yeah, it probably will do. And Sheffield Megatron system, Drew, it's massive. I'm going to try and see if I can get a picture of it up.
A lot of the urban explorers go down there, don't they?
Yeah, but I'm getting pretty annoyed with this. Some of the great legend YouTubers, urbers at the moment, explorers. I'll admit on my Brew Drew because it is Brew the Drew, and that's what Brew Drew is all about. I'm getting annoyed with them at the moment because they go to location, they're amazing. Some urban explorers are amazing, but then when it comes to the pan-on field, it actually gets us kicked out or won't let us do any other things, and I'm getting pretty annoyed with it because we try to get into a location, and because of one urban explorer let things happen, they're now denying us to do stuff there, and I'm pretty annoyed with it now. So it's not fair because some places have been unfair at the moment. I would speak about that on another show, but
well, yeah, I get you. I mean, there's a lot of urban explorers that do respect and leave things alone, but there's also some that do trash places, and I think where you're coming from, Drew, it's them type of people, isn't it, that go around spoiling it for others by disturbing environment.
It shouldn't be disturbed, like or anyone acting very silly, and have a little bit more respect on the grounds. And very bit on that.
But yeah, no, totally understand, Drew, and I'm in the same boat, and I'm pretty sure Leslie and everyone else is the same, especially in paranormal field. One thing you don't want to do is get rejected due to the fact that there's some idiots that go around trashing things.
Yeah.
Terrible. But yeah, Sheffield Megatron, as you've seen, Drew, before. Massive. Yeah, them pictures, they were massive. Tunnels were massive. Megatron system. Like I say, if it's been 2 or 3 rainy days, I can imagine our waterlogged and
Can you imagine a flood flow? Can you imagine a flood flow? Like it'd be probably coming from one area to go water surfing time. I'd be running hack that. Nah, I'd probably jump into it. No me.
Yeah. But one thing I do want to go down, and that's 1, catacombs in France. 2, London Underground, because there's still vast areas at London Underground that's been shut off and closed for certain reasons that some people don't know, and
like aliens.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah. What about you? What about you, Leslie? What about you, Con?
I'd like to investigate a cave. I've never done a cave, and I'd love to do a cave.
Yeah, to be honest with you, if some of them allows you to, I'm pretty sure like Speedwell Cavern would be a good one. There were a legend, a Lincolnshire legend of there were a man and wife on an horse, and then there was some like highwaymen or some sort, I think, approached them. The husband fled, and while his wife got murdered, and apparently, I'm pretty sure, I think it's right. Someone then shoved the body of the woman and horse down Speedwell Cavern.
Where's Speedwell Cavern now?
It's near.
Is it in Castleton, or have I got wrong area?
Yes, it's near Castleton, near
Winnett's Pass.
Yes, Winnett's Pass.
Another interesting place, Joe.
Oh, Joe, you'll love it. You go on a boat. It's a nice canal system on a boat.
Are we allowed to jump in the water?
No, I wouldn't suggest jumping in it because it's.
All I want to do is check your spirits in the water. That's all it is.
Yeah, but these tunnel systems are so deep and it's unpredictable current, Drew. So I'm pretty sure if you jump in, you'll never know whether you'll come back up or not.
That's an interesting experience. Will you come back in, or do you want to come? I'm gonna have to give that go one day.
I tell you what, I do want to do just to test out this theory. Well, not theory. Apparently, find at Bermuda Triangle. I want to go on a boat and I want to go to Bermuda Triangle and see if there is an actual glass triangle.
Shall we make a task then? Then literally go for it.
Ultimate goal. Yeah.
Ultimate go.
Yeah, but then we might never see you again, though.
That's okay. We'll be back like 60 years later down the line, looking handsome and sexy.
Yeah. You never know. We might get transported in another time, like Bill and Ted.
Yeah, definitely. Oh God, can you imagine us doing Bill and Ted style? Yeah, right. Woo!
Yeah,
I'm on the same. Did you want to play guitar, dude?
Yeah, would be amazing. I like Bill and Ted. I can't imagine going on an adventure. Me going back in medieval times. Oh gosh. I'll be more scared at more scared at chuffing. Can you actually just imagine being in that time and era? People look at you, think you're an alien, wouldn't they?
It would be, but the thing is, you experience something not many people would experience, and do you know what? I would love it, and I think Leslie. I can imagine Leslie going too, and she's a bit of a wildcat. Leslie is. You imagine taking to the Triangle Billiton, and can you imagine what she'll do? She'll probably rip it away. We'll be like, "We're back in time." Yes, I got my camera. Get ready, let's go.
Right, I'm going to be honest with you, right? And this might sound strange, but I want to go back in a time where toilets were actually invented.
Dude, are you really serious?
Yeah, I really don't want to be standing on a street full of piss. And just
I'm
no.
just gonna do something. I'm just gonna do something. Just give me that second. Give me that second. I'm gonna say something in my word, and I need
Yeah,
to do
go on.
this now.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm not going to
It's
say anything rude. Urine, fair enough, on a street.
It's gonna
You know
smell
my
like
luck?
shit.
All right, I've got Murphy's Law, right?
Oh my god!
I'll probably end up going back in time where it's very unhygienic, which is fair enough, and I'll probably come down with some sort of disease and die. I'm telling you.
Talking of toilets, I forgot talking of toilets, but talking of toilets, that little toilet at the Forge.
Yeah, people actually did experience something, so we could put a camera in there, obviously, without anyone going to the toilet.
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, Wade. How you doing, mate?
How did they go, sir? Pretty good. What were you talking about this morning? Toilet.
Toilets.
Time travel and we. Time travel to past would be amazing. I would travel back to Lucy, the first link connection between us and Ape.
Oh.
Now, if I ended up going back in time in that time, I'll probably get clubbered by some ape or man, and I'll probably die.
I'll probably make love and then see what happens from them. Probably catch
Hey,
up from and
a little Drew back in time. You never know; it might change history.
I'd like to
Can
go
you
back to
imagine?
medieval. I'd love to go back to medieval period.
This is one question I'm going to randomly ask on this through the two today. Do you believe we should go back to where rulers of the king and queen of the land should be back in rule and no government and politics?
I try my best not to do politics with paranormal
No,
field, but
don't do politics, but in a different way. What I mean is, what would you prefer? No politics, or just queen and king, where back in the days, what they would have done? Because I prefer that sort of line.
I agree with Drew. Yeah.
I think yeah, I think we should be able to, if we were to go back and somehow reset it so that just king and queen can rule. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it'll work. But then again, you've got to think of it this way. Even though we're at a downward spiral when it comes to economy, England's probably one of the best still countries to be at. English pound's probably one of the strongest in the world, near enough. And we're living today and healthy as such. So we've done all right so far as a little country in a big vast area. So I'm positive.
I'm more side to the king and queen side, where it was just only main two instructions. They would love to have that back and forth. I think the politician stuff, and I will say in my life, and I apologize, I'm not a politician in person, really. I just prefer being truthful. Can I say it? Because I put up the discretion.
You might as well. Go on.
It's a load of pile of shite. It literally is. They don't know how to look after the people. They think they do. But the government system have actually failed a lot of mothers and parents and single people as well. And I will speak out the truth on that one. It's a load of pile of crap, I believe. And
you'll be surprised how much the actual queen hasn't got that much power than what people think.
They took most of their powers away from her. They took most of their powers away from her. All the other kings and queen probably had enough power, but then as soon as MPs come in power, they take all the powers away from her, and it doesn't run the country really good at all. I think the Queen would have done
it's a shiny example, isn't it, of what we're living today in the economy. But
I mean, if you look back at Elizabeth I, she had extreme power off with her head, and then going back even further to Henry VIII. I mean, the power he had. I mean, wow.
Yeah,
Mad, isn't it?
definitely. Right, so looking at some because it's coming near to time, Wayne, or either go back further to the first ever royal and stop it, and how we should change history. Then, well,
What's
yeah,
the
there's
first one?
could do. Ooh,
Who was the very first one, Phil? Royal.
2 seconds.
I'm not going to remember that far back.
This is how much I take notice of royals. That much, to be honest.
I feel like I'm torturing him right now. Leslie, I feel like
Yes,
I'm
sorry?
torturing. I feel like I'm
like you're being
torturing the
tortured?
poor bloke. Yeah. I'm making him do some work while we're doing the live. He's gonna get me flown. But Leslie, where can people find you? I know where to find you because I got your number, I got your Facebook. Nah, I know where to find you.
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We've not got much on YouTube, however, but you can find a few of our sessions on YouTube. And also, I've got a blog site on WordPress, which I do keep now and again popping up on Facebook. So we're more or less on Facebook, the group. We've also got a page, but most of the content is on the group.
Right, guys. So it's that name.
Athelstan.
Yeah. So back in Athelstan at first English royal. Apparently. First royal in England, yeah. Athelstan.
Yeah. There's just been a series which I've gone about a lot because I'm a massive fan that's just been on Netflix. And if you've not seen it, watch it. There's a character called Athelstan in The Last Kingdom. And if you've not watched it, you've got to watch it.
Last Kingdom.
Wayne
Yeah.
will agree with me. It is fantastic. Fantastic. It's been made from, I think there was 7 or 10 books, I can't remember, but there's 5 series, so they've sort of crammed a lot into the last series, but it is worth watching. I won't be disappointed. It's fantastic. So yeah, Athelstan is a character in that.
Yeah. Last Kingdom, I believe you can watch that on Netflix, can't you?
You can.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you've got Netflix, I'd suggest watching it. It's brilliant, that Last Kingdom. Have you watched it, Joe, by any chance?
No, it's on my list because Last Kingdom has been building up for months and months on series. So what I decided to do is let it finish out and play out, and then watch the actual series fully from the beginning, and then like what I did with Witcher. So,
well, if you like Witcher, because I think Witcher's fab. I enjoyed Game of Thrones as well. Thought that was brilliant. But the Last
I actually
Kingdom,
know someone who played in Game of Thrones.
did you?
Yeah, seriously. I know someone who played in Game of Thrones. She's
Wow.
been on here once before, and I'll have her back on again soon.
Oh wow! But yeah, the Last Kingdom,
Yeah.
I'd say it outshines all of
I'll have
them.
you on it this time.
And it's that good. I've watched the whole 5 series 12 times. How bad is that?
That reminds me.
Ooh.
Karen came up with he defeated Vikings. So Athelstan was grandson of Alfred the Great. I can't remember watching that series. I don't know if you've watched it, Drew or Leslie. Vikings on.
No, I've not watched that one.
Oh, got to watch Vikings. That's on Prime. That's it. Yeah, you get to see when Vikings first came over to England. Yeah, one of them made it with one of King's daughters, and then I think one of them became king, like a Viking king in Britain. So yeah, amazing. Yeah, that's it. Vikings, amazing. Yeah, Ragnar Lothbrok, but main actor in it. In that series, yeah, definitely Vikings, Last Kingdom, Game of Thrones. I love all that type of all them programs. And I believe Game of Thrones is going to come out with some sort of a sequel as well.
I know something you guys don't know about the Game of Thrones.
Go on then.
I know recently a friend of mine was over Ireland actually preparing for the new series coming out. And she was literally just over there. Literally over Ireland. Ready making a new series.
I don't know about you guys. I was a bit disappointed with that last series. You know,
see, I weren't.
Well,
I
yeah,
weren't. I thought it ended how it should be.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all the thing is, yeah. I mean, I think it did. I don't think it were a big, massive disappointment as such. Other than, I feel sorry for Jon Snow knowing that he did his sister, but yeah. Only thing I am sad about is Sean Bean only lasted one series.
Yeah.
What? Why can we just not say the character's actor's name? Cannot wake up.
I forgot his
name.
I forgot his actor's name.
Function Drew, bro. Function Drew.
I haven't looked it up. I ain't had time. But yeah, Sean Bean played.
Because he's from Sheffield. Yay.
Yeah, love Sean Bean. He's a Sheffield guy. Yeah. Have you seen that Yorkshire tea advert, Drew?
No, have you got one there?
Proper brews.
See if
we
I can
make
get it
proper
up.
brews.
We're doing it for Yorkshire. Love it. I love that guy. Been in some good films.
He's a good actor. He's a real good actor. We also got another we ain't got a date yet, Phil, but we're going to go back to the old orphanage in Mexborough.
Oh yeah.
So that'd be good because that another massive place that you can't just do in a night.
Explain.
Like a business centre in Mexborough used to be an old orphanage, and when did we do that? Were it a couple of years ago or a year ago? So that year ago. But it's that massive that you just skim over the surface. You've got to spend a few nights there.
But yeah, so
and all sorts happened in there, didn't they? As well, banging. There were nobody there. Motion sensors coming on, lights.
Yeah, I mean, just picture this, Drew. It's a big, massive building. First time rocking up.
Yeah.
Big, massive hall. Corridors kind of connect from one end to another. There's been a reporting of someone hanging themselves by a fixture in all centre. So you'd think, oh, Pinnacle's going to be main middle bit, you know, where you set up and hopefully you get some response. We got hardly anything, did we, Leslie, in middle? No. But you know, as we went out at the outside at main hall into corridors, we were getting PIR sensors were tripping off.
Vibrations in chairs.
We also had shaky one little shaky area at building when you were doing Spirit Board, weren't they, at the time?
Yeah, that happened to me and you, didn't it, Phil? Nobody else. We were sat in his own chair, and they would just start vibrating these chairs. That was bizarre. And then when we were doing the Spirit Board, it was like they kept popping in and out, weren't it? Like we wondered if there might be portals or something there. It was just like popping in and out.
That'd be freaking me out if it started shaking the chair. I'd be like, "Why are you trying to shake me? It's no point."
It was bizarre that one. Yeah.
It's weird because obviously at the time, I believe when Spirit Board were in session, it did mention a dimension.
Wow.
I think it were Andrew picked it up. It mentioned just right that second before it shook. It goes, I believe we're in a dimensional shift. And then all of a sudden, me and Leslie were like, I were half asleep, to be quite honest with you. I were half asleep. And I got woke up by this shaking.
Trying to wake you up.
I said, oh, my night. I said to Leslie, but did you feel that? And she went, yeah, it shook as soon as he mentioned dimension. No one else did because it were only just that little area what shook.
Bizarre.
Oh,
It was amazing.
that was. I'd be like, wait, hey, Kay, this is fun. This is actually fun.
Because it started off real quiet, didn't it, at first?
Yeah, very
then
quiet.
When we went upstairs, it was when we started on Ouija board and everything sort of just started to happen.
Yeah. When we go next time, we're going to have more lock-off cameras. We're going to concentrate more in corridors than we are grand hall section of it, and see what we get from there. Before we carry on, just looking at some. So, talking about Vikings, I might do a live on Vikings, films, TV shows, and history. You go ahead, Wayne. That'll be ace. I can't wait to watch, mate. Raymond said hello, everyone.
Yeah, just a big, massive shout out to Raymond. Don't forget, check him out as well, guys. Raymond is well known in a lot of places, and he is an author and a paranormal investigator, but he's also a guy who will shout out all your videos. He will jump on every single paranormal network, and he'll jump up in and out and share your videos. He's an awesome guy. Have a little chat with Leslie one day. Have a little chat with him. He's a lovely guy. And because he's American, they got a man and they say, sir, I have to tell him, don't you dare call me sir, call me Drew. And he'll tell you. Drew will put me straight and tells other Americans, never call him sir. Just Drew. No point.
Good old Drew. And also, Wayne goes, love chats like these. I'm listening while I have a day of Jurassic Park films. Ooh. I like Jurassic Park films. Ooh.
There's a new one in there.
Yes, a new one's coming out, and it's got the old cast in it as well. So the the guy in first one,
Sam Neill. Is he in it? Chris Pratt. Somebody Pratt.
Yeah, that's the when you're coming up to date ones. Chris Pratt. I mean, he's ace.
Pratt, that's it.
Yeah, but they're all brilliant. But are they going to make it a little bit better because all of them is in it? Or are they just going to make it the same old usual? That's what I don't want.
But it's got the original cast in it. So
it's going to be good with the original, but I don't want the dinosaurs to be the same. I want different.
Oh no! Have you seen trailer?
I haven't. I have seen like the beginning of the main post of it. But I ain't got time to see a trailer. I want to see a trailer. If you've got a trailer, that'd be good.
I watched a trailer of it, and it's basically they're back on an island. Whether it's that same island that we were on Thirden, but they're all genetically modified. So it's basically like bringing the old mixture with new. So it might be actually quite interesting.
Weren't it all snowy as well on Ireland?
Yes, yeah.
That would actually.
Yeah, I saw it the other day.
So can't wait. Yeah.
Have we come to time by any chance?
We have, unfortunately. So, guys, I'm going to put in Sean Bean's
proper brew, Yorkshire tea.
2 secs. I will share. 2 secs. Share system audio.
Today?
No, me. I'm always messing up.
Making mistakes today, fella. You?
Yep.
Brothers, sisters, today a great legacy rests upon your shoulders. Because here we make more than just tea. We make proper brews. Brews that bring a tear to your eye and warmth to your soul. So go out there and do it for each other. Do it for yourselves, but most of all, do it for Yorkshire!
Holy crap, what's he cooking?
Oh, the fire drill's Thursday at 3.
Where everything's done proper.
Brilliant. Do it for Yorkshire.
What's he cooking? He's like he's on drugs or something with that weapon. What? Do it for Yorkshire. Here's my son.
I like it when it says proper brews. It just makes me laugh. Proper brews.
Weirdly enough, my tea bags are Yorkshire.
Mine are too.
I love Yorkshire tea.
I think I need a new head right now because that guy's pointing that weapon around everyone.
I know, it's weird. I've loved to be in that room.
What's he on? What's he on? That guy's mad. I love him. I love him though. I gotta give it to him. He's a brilliant character for himself. He is apparently very nice and funny to work with.
I've shook his hand. I went near a church in Aston area.
Please tell me you didn't wash your hand.
I had to wash my hands, unfortunately, Drew. It was some time ago.
Can you imagine the bacteria growing on the hand if you didn't wash it? Just because you had a shook hand with a famous star.
I'm not the type, Drew, that'll go, oh, I shook Sean Bean's hand. I'm not that type. I just went, he actually laughed and went, you all right, pal? Shook his hand and went,
how you doing, pal?
You all right, pal?
Just shaking his hand. Well, I can imagine someone else does that and he just goes, and then he goes back to it. COVID comes out and you're like, I gotta wash my hands. It's COVID, but I can't because I got a famous star. What's going on here? Oh, flipping heck. I can't. I just can't because there's a famous star. I love them type of people. The ones who are really addictive into the famous world of the character. But just check again, okay. That's
you do get your nut bars, don't you? You know, we're too enthralled in things.
But the worst case scenario, you don't know what their hand's been. The famous actor, sorry to say that, but you don't really know what it's been.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes you just feel like, well, shall I get some sanitizing gel and wash my hands after? But yeah. So guys, I believe we're actually over this time limit on this one, but it's been amazing being here, and you know, Leslie, good to have you on as well.
Thanks for having me. It's been a nice chat. Been a while. And Drew, when you come over, we'll take you to the bypass and the forge.
Definitely.
If I get kidnapped, you better call me an ambulance or police or something, okay, people?
Yes. We'll bring army in, Drew. If you get kidnapped, we'll bring army in.
I think people will be waving their flags and saying, God damn it, yes, he's gone. Peace and quiet.
You're nuts.
So, yeah, Drew, do your thing.
Leslie, shall I do my thing?
Do your thing.
Everyone likes doing my thing because we work with the network thing. Now we're gonna close our show. That was a good rhyme. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to the end. It's sadly lost. Say my blessings. DNTV's finished. We had amazing Leslie from TSP Paranormal, Redridge from Phil. Hey, Phil. We all love a bit of Phil, don't we? And we love a bit of Leslie. But what a brilliant show. You know, it's been a dark. Do you know, I'm quite proud. I was in bed. I had a very late night. I'd done multiple shows last night, multiple meetings. I didn't go to bed till 5 o'clock, but I still got up in the end. I was a little bit running late, I think. I was okay. But still got up at the end, and I wanted to be here because it is Brew the Drew, and it's with my awesome Leslie. So, yeah, guys, make sure you follow the TSP Paranormal page. Give it a massive support and shout out. And give us some love. And even with Redridge, go and do what are you doing, you guys? Look, it's 5 of you. Get out of here. Just get out of here. Go and follow them pages before I send ghosties to your house. But that's it, guys. Thank you for coming in. We had a great pleasure and an honor for you on the show and speaking about awesome stuff. Phil, another amazing show again. Once again, big thank you from DNTV. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Ah.
Bye.
Da 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 da.